For me, I hadn't done this before, and I had no experience in it, but I had an interest in getting more of a presence, a physical presence, so to speak, in real estate, because I've got other investments, and there's, your portfolios that have real estate in them, so you're exposed to that market. But to me, I wanted to have some diversification of actual investment in that area. And so when you and I talked, the first thing I said is, well, I want to see it. I want to go look at it. I want to walk the property. I want to, see where my money's going. And so that was really helpful. And I think the snow was flying and it was pretty chilly that day. But it was a great experience just to kind of go there and see the physical side of what the opportunity was. And so that kind of, I thought, okay, well, this sounds interesting. And then had some more questions and follow up, and you guys had some more things. And knowing your background and knowing, this is our first play, that gave me a pretty high level of confidence after meeting with you guys that, it was going to be something, you weren't going to swing for the fences. You were looking for a good, solid single,
Right.
To get on base, and away we went.
Yeah. So far, that property's good down.
Yeah.
Terrific so far. Yeah.
Just looked at that the other day. What we start out at 28 a month on the rents?
Top line revenue is $28,000 a month.
Is that right?
It's
44.
44,000 a month. So that's,
Not bad.
and we've got quite a bit of room left to run on that one. So hopefully it continues
Yep.
tracking higher.
But I think for me also, it was the level of activity that you guys had. You guys weren't, hey, we're going to buy it and flip it.
Right.
You looked at it and said, we're going to buy it, and we're going to optimize. And that's, for me, that was very familiar, because that's how you differentiate. If you just go in and you transact, you can maybe make some money, but you're not going to make what you could make if you optimize. And by optimizing, you have to be a subject matter expert. You got to be willing to get your hands dirty. You have to go in there and run it like it's your own place.
Right.
And to me, we were just laughing earlier about putting insulation in yourself and doing air conditioner upgrades and things like that, and looking at how things were done in the past and asking why before you jump, but then saying, I got a better mousetrap. So that's where that was also very intriguing to me, is you were going to run it like your own business, which it was, and you were going to optimize, and you weren't going to waste. You weren't going to make, cheap decisions, but you just weren't going to spend money like it had been done in the past.
Right. It's different when you have we're going to own this for a long period of time view. You're going to put money into a property that you otherwise wouldn't if you were just trying to, flip it off to the next guy and so on and so forth. And that's different about how we operate. We buy to hold for a long period of time versus just trade. Is that something that was appealing to you, that our intention was to hold on to this for a long period of time and turn it into basically a cash generating ATM?
Yeah, I think for me that was that's not the word I used, but yeah, I think that I looked at it and said, this is a long-term investment. It was to me not something that I needed to it didn't need to be liquid. So that's something you have to consider. It's certainly not something that you can go, hey, I want to cash out tomorrow. You can, but it's not the approach you have.
Right.
To me, when I heard some of the things you're doing to your real estate, I realized this is definitely long-term. You're putting new pavement in, you're putting new roofing, things like that. Those are not, hey, we're going to flip this next year.
Right.
But we're going to do this and add to the value of the asset long-term.
Yeah.
And the tenants you can attract. And, you're upgrading, you're improving.